It's time for the Friday edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. Welcome to March. A deep upper vortex off the southwestern Canadian U.S. Pacific Northwest will be moving slowly eastward over the next few days. This will support a stormy weather pattern for the West Coast, inland through the Cascades, Sierra, Great Basin, into the northern Rockies. A cold front that's pushing across the Pacific Northwest will continue to push eastward into the northern Rockies, as well as southeastward through the northern and central California. This is going to produce widespread heavy precipitation from the coastal Pacific Northwest, south into northern California, the Sierras, and as far south as into southern California's coastal ranges. Closer to home, mostly sunny skies and temperatures rebounding to a few degrees above normal. Temps are going to remain in this range for several days to come as more typical spring-like pattern begins to evolve. Models generally agree on quasi-zonal flow becoming established over the weekend as low-amplitude western troughing and eastern ridging slowly take shape. The main concern with the weekend will be winds, especially Sunday afternoon. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. Well, coming up at the end of today's newscast is a story that has spread across the internet, upsetting both lefties and righties. How does this make you feel? We'll talk about why in just about 10 or 12 minutes or so. The Alamogordo Recreation Center presents the Homeschool PE March Frisbee Games, happening March 5th through the 21st, every Tuesday and Thursday from 1:30 until 3. The fee is $36 a child. The Alameda Park Zoo could use your help in an upcoming volunteer event. If you'd like to volunteer and assist in painting as well as cleaning up the grounds of our city zoo, please sign up on the link on the City of Alamogordo Facebook page. This day of community service and fun will take place on Saturday, March 16th from 1 until 4. Many Hands Alamogordo has a very special hike and work day scheduled. Courtney McCrary Squires told me what to expect.
So this coming week, we actually have a work day, a community planting day, in combination with a community foraging hike. And that will be focused at the New York Alleyway Garden. So we'll meet there at 2 p.m. for a community hike. And we'll hike from the New York Alleyway Garden to the Maryland Avenue Garden, taking a look at some of the wild plants that grow here in Alamogordo, different wild natives. We'll look at which plants that can be found in the wild that are also edible, and then we'll head back to New York Avenue for a short cooking demonstration on how a person could prepare some of these plants. And then we'll have a community planting day where we will reseed and transplant at the raised bed planters there at the New York Side Street Garden.
And if you have any questions,
we do have a public Facebook page, which is with Many Hands Alamogordo. They're also welcome to send me an email, and our campaign's email address is with manyhandsalamogordo@gmail.com.
Be sure to wear closed-toe, comfortable shoes and clothes you don't mind getting dirty. Well, today's Friday, so let's get a cat chat from Kitty City NM.
Hi, this is Kathy Denton with Kitty City NM. Welcome to this week's edition of Cat Chat. We have a very special kitty to feature this week, Angel. Angel is approximately 5 years old, and he is all white with long, thick fur. Angel is a big boy. When you hold him, you need both arms. Angel is as nice and gentle as he is big. He just loves people and the attention we give him. He reminds us of a favorite teddy bear, huggable, lovable, and adorable. Angel was rescued from the outside by a concerned cat lover. He has been an indoor pet, but for reasons we don't know, he was found as a stray outdoors. Angel has been at Kitty City only since early February, but even in that small amount of time, Angel has made lots and lots of friends. Angel has been to our vet for his surgery, microchip vaccinations, and rabies shot. Angel was given a bath by several of our volunteers. It took 3 people to bathe, dry, and groom Angel. Although he did not care for the bath part, what cat does, he was really enjoying all the attention and fuss we made over him while being dried, fluffed, and groomed. One thing we have noticed about Angel, he does not like other cats or he is jealous of other cats. Either way, this fellow wants to soak up all of the attention and admiration from us as he can. Angel is best suited to being in a one-cat household. Right now, Angel is living at Kitty City NM. He is majestic and is bound to adopt quickly. Come to 56 Stanley Ranch Road and see Angel and all the other kitties at Kitty City NM. Or you can visit our website at www.kittycitynm.com and see all our beautiful kitties ready for their forever home. Tomorrow, Saturday, March 2, come join Kitty City NM at the White Sands Mall for our adoption event from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We will have cute kitties ready for their forever home. And adorable dogs from Alamogordo Animal Control will also be looking for their forever friend. Come to the White Sands Mall tomorrow, Saturday, March 2, and also Saturday, March 9 and March 23 to find your bestest friend. This has been this week's edition of Cat Chat. I'm Kathy Denton, and we will be talking to you next week from Kitty City NM. Kitty City and you, no one loves them better.
News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Local news from local perspectives from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.com. Local sports, local events, and local happenings, and more. Owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.com. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a full book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
Police in Socorro are on the lookout for two men they say robbed a home while impersonating police officers. Manuel Arvizo and Zeke Tafoya entered a home in Socorro on Tuesday wearing Socorro Police Department badges. Once inside, the two men shot between the two people in the home before restraining them with zip ties. They then robbed the home. A warrant has been issued for both Arvizo and Tafoya. A student was stabbed yesterday at Hobbs Freshman High School. The stabbing was not fatal, fortunately, and there were no additional threats to students. Hobbs police say they will have a large presence on campus today as a precautionary measure. Albuquerque police officer Honorio Alba Jr. has resigned ahead of his scheduled internal affairs interview. Alba was one of the officers who had been placed on administrative leave amid a federal investigation into APD's DWI unit. Albuquerque Police Chief Harold Medina had this to say.
Of course, I have a lot more details and information that I've been privy to, and I could just say I'm not shocked that they resigned.
That sounds rather ominous. Officers were allegedly working with a local attorney on a scheme which involved the officers not showing up to court for DWI cases. Alba is the second officer to resign this month after Lieutenant Justin Hunt resigned 3 weeks ago. Now here's the worst part to me. Alba was actually honored for his work against drunk driving last year and recognized as the Mothers Against Drunk Driving New Mexico Officer of the Year 2023. But if he never showed up to court, that doesn't really matter at all, does it? The New Mexico Department of Health says older New Mexicans should get an additional COVID-19 vaccination. The vaccination has been updated for 2023 and 2024. So go get your extra jab.
Oh, hell no!
Yeah, me neither. If you have any questions, call 833-882-6452 or check out vaxviewNM.org. Certain cities within the state of New Mexico requires cats and dogs to be spayed or neutered, but these laws are seldom enforced. Because how are you going to do it? Most of the state, there are no rules. Well, it seems that way anyway, so we have litter after litter born. The phrase kitten and puppy season breaks my heart. If you've ever adopted a pet through legal means, the surgery is generally part of the adoption process. Well, the Roswell Animal Shelter is handing that responsibility to owners.
This life-saving policy was put in place that will allow us to send animals into adoptive homes and will allow animals to be reclaimed by their owners without having the burden of being sterilized prior to being released.
Ramon Villatoro with Best Friend Animal Society speaking with KOB.
With this new policy, that improves animals' time in the shelter, so it reduces exposure to infectious diseases, it reduces illnesses, it reduces stress. There are just so overwhelming benefits to reducing the length of time that an animal has in our shelter.
Under the policy, adopters will have to pay a $25 refundable deposit and sign a sterilization agreement. That means they have up to 30 days to have any animal altered and provide proof with that sterilization. For animals who are 6 months of age and under, they'll have up until the animal reaches 6 months of age. Now, there's many concerns about whether or not pet owners will follow through with the procedure. The shelter has systems in place to keep in contact with pet owners. The greatest advantage of implementing this program is it'll take the amount of animals off the euthanasia list.
That's what that previous model kind of supported, was the euthanasia of animals to make space for incoming animals, because we would have animals sitting and taking up space. This new policy, instead of relying as euthanasia as a tool, we're really focusing on trusting the community, getting animals out into their homes so that we can free up space for incoming animals without resorting to euthanasia.
You know, you hear it often on this very radio station. Please be responsible, please show you care, and please spay or neuter your pet. And now the story for which you've so patiently waited. Certain groups of people today are, can we say, different? One side sees them as nut jobs, while the other is so sympathetic, they're encouraging. Here's a perfect example. No, wait. Let's call it this.
Perfect.
Exactly. Here's a mother apparently concerned for her son.
Son does identify as a cat, but I cannot take him to a vet.
Wait. Your son identifies as a cat, and you want to take him to a veterinarian instead of a shrink? Go on.
I tried that, and the veterinarian told me that because he has human anatomy, that he does not know how to work on him or diagnose him with anything, and he legally cannot. So, and while I do think that is a form of discrimination, because, you know, my son, if he says he's a cat, he is a cat. And he needs to be treated like that, like one, you know?
Anyone else have a migraine yet? Well, rest assured, although the mother was supported by lefties and ridiculed by righties, this is, in fact, a parody. How did I figure that out? Right here.
I'm not going to press charges because I know that he could lose his license if he did work on my son. So I'm not gonna try to sue him or anything, so don't worry.
Because if this was real, you're damn right she would press charges and try to cost this veterinarian his license, as well as sue the ever-living hell out of him.
But this is something that I want to raise awareness on, because I do think that people that identify as an animal should be able to go to the vet. You know, that's the medical attention that they're wanting. And so I really do appreciate you asking this question. I think it's an important topic that we discuss, because if we don't, we're never going to make progress. And these people that identify as cats are going to have to continue going to human doctors.
You know, I don't know what's sadder. The fact someone can create a parody online like this and it spreads like wildfire because people believe it. Or the fact that this is a topic so relevant today, it weighs heavily on people's minds. Sports and weather are next. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
There are 11 games for New Mexico girls basketball today, including Redoso at Tucumcari. 8 games for New Mexico varsity basketball today. Most of those are TBA. I think we start with baseball and softball next week, if I understand correctly. Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny skies. Mostly clear tonight, sunny tomorrow, winds gusting up to 22 miles per hour. Your high today in the basin, 65, low tonight of 42, high tomorrow, 69 degrees. In Cloudcroft, sunny skies with winds gusting as high as 25 miles per hour. Mostly clear tonight with winds gusting as high as 28. Sunny tomorrow, winds are going to be gusting as high as 40. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 44, low tonight of 32, high tomorrow, 46 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.com. And you can learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. That concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.